Oh, excuse me. This is Gerard, editor-in-chief of Filipino Soul Magazine, formerly SGIB Magazine, standing for Soldiers Got Intention. Believe that? Because everyone should be sorting for something, a dream, a goal, an idea, a train of thought, something. Sorry about that. I was just lost in this beautiful weather here in Ayala, Philippines. I heard you in New York got it pretty good, got 40 degrees. Hey, keep on trucking. You probably make it up here. You know, I wanted to say something from piggybacking off my video before this about Diamond. You know, her 3 girlfriends, she told me this morning, you know, one thing I like doing is allowing people the opportunity to shine. Diamond told me the story about her 3 girlfriends who came and, you know, had dinner with us last night. I bought some cologne from them, you know. When I found out that I still owe the 800 pesos, I said, I still owe her? I said, tell her to come over tonight. You know, tell her to come get her money. I don't want to interfere with her Christmas. You know what I'm saying? She may need that 800 pesos. Come, tell her to come. And so she came with her friends after they got off work. So this morning, Diamond was telling me about how, you know, how one of them had helped her when she finally was going back to work to be a security guard. That one of them had helped her buy her patch for her uniform, bought her shirt, bought her shoes, you know what I'm saying? You know, and this was, you know, this is very touching, you know, because, you know, I'm saying, well, you know, they're still very shy around me, still very shy, you know, around me. And I'm telling, well, Diamond, by all means, you should have them over once a week. Once a week, have your friends come over and have dinner. When I was in New York, that's where she was spending a lot of time. You know, not a lot of time, but she spent some time with them. I said, because I'm back, that don't mean you can't continue seeing them. Invite them over for dinner, invite them over to play Uno, invite them over to use the pool. You know what I'm saying? Do something with them. You know, just don't wait till the next time, you know, we owe them something or you get something on assignment from them. Invite them over. You know, it's one thing telling somebody you're their friend. It's another thing showing them you are their friend. Now, we have another friend that she has 2 daughters. You know, one of them's, I think, 21 or something like that, or 18. The other one's 16 or whatever. And I love them to death. I love them to death. Just seeing them smile. You know, seeing them eat. Just knowing that they're happy. You know. So I spoke to Diamond this morning. I said, Diamond, you know, I wouldn't mind having them over at least once a week. You know, when their mother's working, to come over. Maybe I can help her with her homework. Maybe we can, maybe I can be more of an influence in her life than just, you know, what I am now, you know. And I said I would love to have them over, you know. And I'm here in the Philippines. Just like when I was in New York, you know, I helped who I can, you know. But one thing I don't have to worry about here is the people who are helping coming back and stabbing me in the back. You know what I'm saying? That seems to be, my brother used to be mad at me and my daughter. Why you let people take advantage of you? You're a New Yorker. You shouldn't let nobody take advantage of you. And I tell them, look, actually, I said, I can't help it. You know, I believe in human nature. I believe genuinely everybody is good. You know, everybody has a good heart. You know, and I'm going to give you that rope as long as you show me you have a good heart. If that rope gets too far for me and now you feel you want to hurt me or do something or whatever, you know, I just hope the course isn't that great. And at times, and looking back, it may have been great. But then you know what? You know, I can't blame nobody but myself. But I wouldn't change who I am. You know. If I can help somebody, I'm not going to not help them. If I can make a difference in someone's life, I'm the prince of wannabes. You know, why wouldn't I want to help somebody be what they want to be? You know? So I told her, yes, you know, I wouldn't mind having them come over. Food might be a problem for the family. You know, clothes might be a problem for the family. You know what I'm saying? You know, something like that. I mean, it's such a small thing that I can do. in my mind, to help them. With Diamond, it's a different side of the coin. She's Filipino, so of course she's thinking as a Filipina. So which I understand that, but don't think you're going to implement your Filipino ways on this American, because I have my own ways, I have my own beliefs and everything. Just like if she decides to go to work, from 7 to 7, and then come home, I say, yes, I'll make dinner. That's not a problem. You go to sleep, that's not a problem. But, I'm still going to be me. If I'm going to go out or something like that or whatever, I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because you come in and you lay down and you go to bed, that doesn't mean I got to lay down beside you. Good night. Okay, see you in the morning. I'm very up early in the morning. You wake up early in the morning, we'll spend time that way too. We'll spend time when you come in, time when you wake up. It'll be fine. But don't have no stretch of imagination. They'll think, I'm going to be sitting home like a poodle. No, come on. And no shit. I'm happy. I'm happy. What can I say? Will I stray? Today, no. Can I guarantee it tomorrow? Only if you can guarantee that we'll be here tomorrow. Okay? If you can't, then no, I can't guarantee. I'm not even gonna try. I know I'm happy with what I have. I'm happier than I ever been in my life. And why would I want to rock the boat to change that? Trust and respect comes two ways. I trust you more than you trust me, but better believe you more than that. It reminds me of something that I used to tell a girl, man, I got so much money, I buy you, fill all your teeth with gold and give your ass away. Well, guess what Diamond got for Christmas? She got me getting all her teeth done. And I don't mind that because, if anything, for the rest of her life, when she smiles, that smile will be because of me. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's get to the news of the Philippines here right here real quick. Okay, right now they have Cebu City to roll out localized 911. Can you imagine 911 not having 911? Well, let's not say they don't have it, but they have a 911 service. But when they dial 911, it goes to the Philippines and they answer it, and then it comes back here. So now they have it now where they localize it, where 911 here, when you dial 911, it comes to a local sheriff, a local police precinct or police department to handle the complaint. And that's a good thing because, you can never get to a situation fast enough when people need help or when people are in trouble. So Philippines, Cebu having a 911 service, that's a good thing. So a big kudos to the governors and all those who allocated the money to make that happen, because that can only help, not hurt. Let me see. We got a couple of Chinese nationalists who were waiting to be, who went to jail for gambling. They got caught for gambling. And not only when they arrest you here in the Philippines, in China, they go and arrest your family too. Every ass is going to jail. So, it's different than here in the United States. If your son, got caught doing something wrong, the police don't come and lock up your family. I remember once watching this one news thing about this man who was on trial for murder. He killed a few people, and the judge says, I'm paraphrasing. He says, if I get one more mother who come in here after her son has committed a crime like this and tell me he's such a good boy, he could not do that, I'm gonna lock her ass up too. Because sometimes, parents aren't on their children like they did at one point in time. You might be kissing every day your son, to go to school every morning, bye, and then one day you open the door and you find you got yourself a full-grown thug walking into your house, and you wonder, how the fuck did that happen? Why? Because you didn't spend time with your son. You didn't micromanage his life, which is what you're supposed to do as a parent. Micromanage their lives. You know, they're not capable of making rational decisions, that could affect their lives, responsibly. That's why they're called children. But if you don't micromanage them and you let society manage them, then don't be surprised that when you come home, you got a full-grown thug and he's putting a 9mm on the table telling you, Mommy, look, I need this. You don't know the people I hang around with. Please, please. But anyway, okay, here's a situation. I'm going to stop here because I want you to hear Sarah Rhea. I talked about Sarah Rhea, the Godfather Soul, Mr. James Brown background dancer. I want you to listen to that song while I do the stroke.
Te quiero hacer bailar, 2 y R, shake your body now. Yeah. 2 R in the house. Yeah. Hoy es viernes, la ciudad no duerme. Irene y Raya on the dance floor, sin parar, moviendo el esqueleto. Me tienes alterada, es tu cuerpo. Provocantes tus caderas son un cebo. Me gusta tu tatú, podría ser mi nombre. Me gustas tú, ¿cuál es tu nombre? Música es mi tabú, las luces me absorben. 2 y R. Te quiero hacer bailar, 2 y R. Shake your body now. Muévete, come on, come on. Yeah. Yeah. Muévete now.
I can't believe you can't swim, Janet.
That's right. Toda la noche sin dormir, bailando, sudando sin parar de reír. Hey DJ, ya va a amanecer, te puedo hacer por ti. Nene, muévete, mueve tu energía en mí. 2 y R, te quiero hacer bailar. 2 y R, shake, shake, shake your body now. That's right.
So that's Sarah Rhea, the tall blonde you might see if you ever watch any footage of the Godfather Soul, Mr. James Brown's performance. She had a group called 2 managed her. And she's the one who got the job working behind the Godfather Soul, Mr. James Brown. When she came to the pre-Grammy party, and a troupe from Barcelona, Spain, that come with her. And we know there's a heaven above. Bonnie's teaching people how to network. We love you, Bonnie, and we know you love us more. We found her at the pre-Grammy party. And when she didn't show up, Bonnie asked her, do you want to host? She said yes. How about Mr. Brown's table? She said okay. So she's hosting Mr. Brown's table, and Mr. Brown says, what do you do? What do you do? She says, I'm a dancer. He said, all right, you're my new dancer. You're my new dancer. And she's like, yeah, all right. Give her your number. So she gave her the number, and 2 days later, she got a call, and they flew her to Augusta, Georgia, where she danced behind the Godfather Soul, Mr. James Brown, for the next 6 years. Opportunity knocks. You got to take it. Okay, let's go back on here. This is now what happened here in this story here. They got top sheriff, top chief, and 3 others are in the probe, being investigated, because according to here there was a scuffle, a fight, and the police responded, and they arrested this person, and they said that he had his drugs on him, shovel on him, and the people saying no, he didn't have nothing, and so they're investigating, which is a good thing, to make sure that the arrest was followed by procedure, and they know there was a drug deal taking place. One of them ran away, probably the one who got away with the drugs, the other one who didn't or whatever. But he was saying, I didn't have no drugs. Well, of course they checked his cell phone, and of course.
Good morning, and welcome to another.
They checked the cell phone and saw that they were in the midst of a drug transaction, and of course, where there's smoke, there's fire. So that kind of gave it up there that there was possibly a legitimate arrest. Here, it's funny, I just sent Senator Manny Pacquiao magazine because he wanted to be on the cover of the magazine. And he just had a birthday party yesterday, and President Duterte was there, and there was allegations of there are being gangster cops. You know, and so in one part of the city of the Philippines, so they said, look, there are no gangster cops or whatever, no such thing as gangster cops. So, you know, Duterte just makes it clear that look, he's not standing for any corrupt police or anything like that, which is a good thing. You know, and so the fact that they did it at Manny Pacquiao's birthday party, there was a lot of people there, but President Duterte, he don't bite his tongue, and whenever he needs to say something, he's going to say it. They are trying to pass the Same-Sex Marriage Act here in the Philippines. A lot of senators or congressmen are not going for it because they don't feel the need to mess with the sanctity of marriage. They feel that civil unity is enough to grant them the rights as a married couple, but they don't want to interfere with, you know, what marriage is supposed to be, the marriage between a man and a woman. And that's because of its religious aspect of the Christianity aspect of here in the Philippines, that they don't want to tamper with that. If we give you civil unity and you afforded all the benefits, then that's fine. Unlike the United States, they fought tooth and nail to say that civil unity was enough. They wanted to hear the word marriage. And don't worry, you know, it won't be too long before somebody wants to marry a sheep or goat, you know, and feel that they have the right to do so. You know, one other story I want to talk to you about. I don't know if you heard, but in China or in Korea, one of the top K-stars, they call them K-pop stars, who committed suicide, and it really is a tragedy because they know it's suicide because what they do is that a common way to commit suicide is to put coal on the frying pan and turn it up, and as it's cooked, it's letting out carbon monoxide, and eventually, you know, you die. So he wrote this letter, his suicide note, and it says, "I am broken from inside. The depression that's grabbing me, that's gobbling me slowly, has finally engulfed me entirely." It added that he couldn't defeat it anymore. He said, "I was so alone." He went on, "The act of ending it is difficult. I've lived until now because of the difficulty. Please tell me I did a good job," he implored. Ending the note, "You worked hard. You've really gone through a lot. Goodbye." You know, and it's, you know, and then it went on and talked about how, you know, that this is a pop star, you know, the lead singer, you know, who wasn't involved in drugs, who lived a clean life, you know, and he talks about the pressures of the lack of privacy, you know, not being able to have his own cell phone, you know, being told everything what to do, and then at the end saying a master thesis by a prominent school of soul actress in 2009 said that 40% of actors and actresses have considered suicide at least once due to the lack of privacy, online bullying, and unstable incomes. You know what I'm saying? You know, so, you know, they say be careful. You know, I think it was James Baldwin who wrote, you know, the pursuit of any one profession is to have an intimate knowledge or relationship with the dark side. You know, and that's what this sounds like. What it is. I mean, you hear now the Illuminatis and all these people, what people are doing, you know, to want to be famous or be around their favorite stars. You know, they sell their souls. The casting couch has been going on for years and years and years. And you know, there was a guy who wrote an email this morning that says, "Look, you need to stop all that office relationship now. You know, get away. You know." I said, "Wait a minute. Wait, look." I said, if you know 10 couples, ask them how they met. I'm not talking about excluding the internet. I'm excluding the internet. But 10 couples who are still together, ask them how they met. I figure the majority of them will say they met at the workplace. You know, so you just can't just brush it under the rug. there are, in my opinion, there are a lot of women and men who can sit back and think about, yeah, I used to do him, I used to do her, but you know what? He took advantage of me because he was my boss, or I took advantage of them because they were my subordinates. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not married to that person in the workplace, then you know what? Then you're in a position where they can come out of the woodwork and accuse you of taking advantage, bullying them, sexually harassing them, and assaulting them, and what have you. It's very, very crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, what can you say now? You can't have a relationship in a workplace? Even Terrence Smiley, in his contract, it says, although we don't condone it, we prefer you not to have a relationship with your coworkers. But no one knows what the heart knows. No one knows who's going to love what the heart loves. It loves. What the heart wants. So and all these people coming out, I'm laughing because, I was never one of those guys, who could get in a battle with their woman, boom, boom, first, curse, throw that, blah, 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 and then sex them up good, and everything's nice and peaceful. I was never one of those guys. I'm one of those guys that, you know what? Let's just stop, because I mean, it's like I'm not mad at them. Those relationships that can have that type of volatile relationship, and then making love can seem to put everything, what do they call the cycle of violence, or cycle, where you have the honeymoon phase, then you have the blowout phase, and then you have the blow up phase, and then you have the makeup phase, and then it kind of goes on and on and on. But I was with this girl once, and I was a manager. She was a street entertainer. She never did what I wanted her to do. Always did the opposite way. And she got me so mad one time in my life, one of the few times in my life, I smacked her. And you know what she did? She threw her arms around me and said, "Oh, gee, I didn't know you cared that much. I didn't know you cared that much about me." And I said, wow. I said, look, we got to stop, time out. We got to stop right here. You don't want somebody to love you. You want someone who's going to physically abuse you, or someone who's going to show their love to you by beating you. I said, I'm not that kind of person. So anyway, I thought I said everything I had to say for today. I'm going to finish my little exercise here. And I want you to have a nice holiday. This is Gerard Energy, the Filipino Soul. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect others, pull someone up. And sometime, you may be the only one to see your vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. I'm living good today. I hope you are too. I post these. I post these not because of the hits, not because I'm trying to have a whole lot of viewership. I'm not waiting to see who's coming on to say, okay, I got 1,000. Okay, now I can go. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to, or I'm doing it. I'm letting my daughters know what's going on in my mind. I'm talking to someone who understands me. Yeah. Me, of course, no, and if you can get something out of it, good. I feel I have a lot to offer. Hey, how much time we got? Oh, I'll talk to you later.